No one remembers exactly when the celestial guardians ceased to be gods. We called them that for thousands of years. They hovered above our kingdoms, casting a shadow the size of an entire city. We brought them gold, virgins, and prayers. And they simply existed. Beautiful, eternal, and hungry. They were older than the mountains, as ancient as the magic itself that flowed through the veins of the world. Each dragon was a living embodiment of the power of the elements. Their blood burned like molten iron. Their roar could split the sky. People worshipped them because they feared them. And they feared them because they knew that one day the guardians might turn away. It didn't start with war, not with betrayal, but with hunger. The world was aging. The magical currents that fed the dragons dried up like blood from a wound. At first, they simply began to eat more. Entire herds of cows disappeared overnight. Then villages. Then cities. But even that wasn't enough. They began to change. At first, it was barely noticeable. The scales grew dull, matte, like old parchment. The wings became covered in ulcers, open wounds oozing a thick, black liquid. The claws lengthened, curved like sickles. And the eyes lost that cold, golden glow. Now there was a hunger burning in them. Not just a hunger of the body. A hunger of the soul. One by one, the Sky Guards went mad. First was Verax the Golden, the one we called the Protector of the North. His body began to rot alive. His scales peeled off in sheets, revealing muscles that pulsated and grew in the wrong places. His skull bones grew through his skin, transforming into monstrous blade horns. He stopped flying high. Now he crawled along the ground, dragging his rotting wings behind him like two enormous corpses. And then he began to eat his own. They devoured each other. First the weak, then the equals. The last pure dragons tried to flee to the high moors, but the disease was already in their blood. The dying magic of the world poisoned them from within. It transformed the eternal guardians into something different, into monsters unknown even to the ancient legends. At first, people prayed. Then they fled. Then they simply died. Entire kingdoms vanished in a single summer. Kings, knights, mages all became food. The monsters didn't kill quickly. They played. They left people alive long enough for them to watch their own children dissolve in black drool. And then the monsters began to multiply. Not like before, not by laying eggs in the mountains. They simply divided. Like rotting flesh dividing into worms. From one wound on the side, 3 tiny, now completely deformed, babies crawled out. A 100 years later, all that remains of us are legends. And bones. We thought dragons were gods. We were wrong. They were merely the first victims of a dying world. The world was rotting. And they were rotting with it. They had become what they had always been, beneath a thin veil of beauty, hunger. Pure, endless hunger. If you ever hear a wet, gurgling roar at night, don't pray. Don't run. Just close your eyes. Because the heavenly guardians have returned. And they no longer remember how beautiful they once were.